I just got back from watching a very different adaptation of a short story from the book Skeleton Crew from Stephen King called The Monkey. Let's talk about it.
Hello, brother.
Bill.
The monkey that likes killing our family. It's back. It must be vanquished.
Why don't you vanquish it, huh, Bill?
I decided I'm going to do this review a little bit differently than I have the others. I'm going to stand up because I don't think this is going to be a very long review. Okay? This movie, The Monkey, which was a adaptation of the short story The Monkey in Stephen King's book Skeleton Crew. Now, this movie has got a fair amount of decent stars in this movie. And let me just go over them with you. But before I do, I got to say that they do a good job with what they're given. And I'm saying this before I actually get started. If you're a horror fan, stick with me and listen. Now, Theo James, you know from The Gentleman and you know from the Allegiant series, he does a good job. He plays Hal and another character as well. And then we also have Christian Convery, who would have seen from Sweet Tooth. Great show if you haven't, watch it. Totally worth it. But he plays a young Hal and a young Bill. Twins. That's not giving away anything. It's not a spoiler. It's at the very beginning. Okay? Now, Tatiana Maslany, that's a mouthful, and I actually think I got it right. She was in She-Hulk and also Orphan Black. That's where you know her from. She plays the mom, Lois. And she does a good job, and she's very, very stoic in a way. And someone I didn't even think I would have never known was in this was Adam Scott. He's a funny guy, great writer, but he plays the dad at the very beginning of the movie, and I can't believe he was in this. Now, Osgood Perkins was the writer, a co-writer with Stephen King, the director, and he played Uncle Chip. Speaking of Uncle Chip, the person who played Aunt Ida, she was Sarah Levy, who you know from Schitt's Creek. I love that show. Also, along with that, we have a very crazy Elijah Wood. Why is Elijah Wood in this movie? And he's in it for maybe 4 minutes, if that. It's crazy to me how many people are in this movie, really. And let me just say, this movie was like a student film. The way that it was written, the way that it was done, and I swear, the deaths are funny. The deaths are crazy and out there. And that's what the director was going for. He was going for nuts. He was going for crazy. He wanted you to be like, oh my God. And in the theater, the people that I was in there with, well, the whole theater was like, oh, ah, yeah. He heard all the sounds because it's just like, he wanted these deaths to be deaths that you couldn't come back from and say, that's how my mom or dad or aunt or friend died. These are totally out there. And it's about an evil monkey. An evil toy monkey, but you can't say toy monkey. It doesn't like that. And we've seen other movies where there's a possessed thing like Maximum Overdrive or Child's Play or Annabelle. But this is kind of different, and it's out there. It's just it's a Stephen King movie in a lot of ways because it's got old songs, even though it's supposed to take place in 1999 and 2025. It's got that feel to it. It's got Maine. Maine is one of the sets, or not sets, but the backgrounds, the actual state, and that's a Stephen King staple. Let me just end up by saying that
The toy monkey?
It's evil. It's basically the devil.
Everybody dies. And that's life.
if you like horror movies, you're going to like this. If you like dark comedy, you're going to like this. If you're a horror fan, go watch it in the theater. If you're not a horror fan and you want to see something funny, watch it when it comes out in streaming. If you don't have a sick sense of humor, I do. I got it, and I laughed a lot. But if you don't have any of that, I would suggest don't watch because you're not going to get it. You're not going to like it. You're just going to think it's stupid, which it is. But tell me if you like. I want to know, did you like this movie? Tell me what you thought of it after you see this. It's out there, folks. Leave a comment for me. Just let me know. But until next time, I told you it's going to be short. I will see you at the theater. I'll see you on my couch. I'll see you by my iPad. And that's all, folks. So until next time,